The moment we've been waiting for. Today was the debut of the World Fitness Project. Is this the one where Will Morad and his buddy Jackson had a nonprofit where they were gonna bring fitness to inner city children, and then they decided to make a professional sports league instead and pay themselves and all their friends? Tour stop number 1, CrossFit professionalized. Wait. I don't think we can call it CrossFit. It's fitnessing, hybrid fitness, functional fitness. Yeah, something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but here we are. I was gonna give this a chance. I've got some friends competing in both the Challenger and the Pro division. Insert the clip of Ty Jenkins running through a wall. Gets me every time. Well, actually, only once, I guess. That was the second time I've seen it, but it gets me. I was excited. I had my alarm clock set, but I gotta work like most people do at 10 a.m. on a Friday. I wanted to be entertained, and I ended up absolutely infuriated. So here is everything wrong with the World Fitness Project Day 1. Wrong thing number 1. The stream. Now, Will Morad and Jackson, who are basically in charge of the World Fitness Project, were on Coffee Pods and Wads, Pedro's show. And one of those areas was the decision to not stream on YouTube.
How do you make a video without YouTube?
We'll just embed that streaming into our website. We like the idea of just trying this out and trying it new and see how it works out. I think it's cool, and I think the whole team thinks it's cool.
Thank you, Jackson. Henceforth, your name shall be Simple Jack, son. Simple Jackson.
You make me happy.
Simple Jack. He was, simple.
The translation part, trying to give people just all over the world access to watch it.
Hakka sherpa sherpa, a bacala. Oh, durka durka durka.
If you go through the comments, everybody from Andrew Hiller to Brian Spin to myself, we're basically saying this is going to be an absolute disaster. I'm not joking. You can't rewind the stream. Goodness, look, it's from the official World Fitness Project YouTube. This is great. I can't see it on YouTube and rewind. Oh, it's a 5-second video that says join our live stream.
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
Who is their target audience? The unemployed? It's 10 a.m. on a Friday.
Wait, but what do you do for work?
Me and my roommates have we're starting an internet website.
What about people who have jobs? People who are coaching? People who have CrossFit class? Maybe you want to go out to lunch or go golfing on a beautiful day. Guess what? If you're not there at the exact moment that the event is happening, when whoever you want to watch is competing, you're out of luck because you can't rewind. They've got the stream embedded and not on YouTube. In this stream, you can't rewind, and it barely works on your phone. Are you people simple? I was so infuriated I wasn't able to watch my friends that I posted a few stories. Well, I posted like 11 or 12. And I tagged World Fitness Project and Will Morad. I noticed that Will Morad noticed and that Saxon Panchek noticed. I like Saxon. And Will Morad's really good looking. I don't know if I trust him, but I like him. Kind of the same way I like pit vipers. And maybe it's a coincidence. Shortly after that, they posted a story saying, hey, don't worry. After the heats are done, we're going to post it.
We will be uploading recordings of the events after all of the heats have finished per event. Go check out the link on our website.
But it wasn't on YouTube, and it wasn't right after the heats. It was like 9 hours later. That's okay. That's what pirates are for. Because there was somebody else streaming the whole event all day. Now, maybe they were authorized. I don't know. Maybe they weren't, but either way, it's completely idiotic. And then there's this guy who was then posting the events afterwards, like a few hours afterwards, while we were still waiting on the WFP to post the events. And again, I don't know if he was authorized or not. But either way, it's not good. They either are slower than bootleggers and don't know how to copyright strike a channel, or they're stupid for not doing it themselves and letting somebody else do it. Not a great business model.
Fun coupons! Yeah?
You're going to lose 50% of the views from having no rewind on the website because people want to come back in later, rewind, and watch what they missed. And since the results were immediately plastered all over Instagram by everybody involved in the World Fitness Project, I didn't even end up bothering to watch the replay. I already knew what happened.
Fun coupons!
So you lose 50% of those viewers too. You lost me. Like, who is responsible for this? I don't even like you people, and I'm infuriated because of the stupidity.
Stupid is as stupid does, sir.
This is almost as dumb as Talking Elite Fitness posting an audio-only version of their podcast 3 hours before they post the actual podcast on YouTube. We still love you, Lauren and Sean. And that's it. By the way, if you want to support the channel, go to dudemeds.com. That's dude, like a guy, dude. Meds.com. If you've started to feel a little feminine from all this WFP and High Rocks talk, you might want to check them out. And you can support me, Grant's better half. Even though it's Dude Meds, they actually do women too. That sounded really weird. They have women patients as well. Number 2, the stands. Now, they said they sold about 1,000 tickets. Let's say with 200 plus athletes, each athlete is bringing 2 people with them. And that might be low because you've got people who work for the WFP who are also out there getting friends and family to come for the very first event. I mean, this is the debut. Debut. It's the first thing. It's the first thing. It's supposed to be big. And I heard estimates of maybe 600 people in the crowd. It's a high school football game or a college wrestling match. It wasn't the worst. You could hear the fans, but it definitely wasn't the best. I noticed when the pro division came out, they used the lighting to make sure that the floor was lit up and the stands were dark. Now, when it scanned around, there were people there, but it definitely wasn't full. When you do the math, even if all of those 1,000 tickets were for profit and not comped, there's no way you're bringing in the amount of money that this production cost. And that was kind of a bright side. We'll get to that in a second. Number 3. The movement. Now look, this just may have been bad luck, but when I did go in to watch about 15 minutes of the replay later, I happened to click on the GHD sit-ups and I saw this.
But it is spraying.
We're doing this again. Why on earth can no one get the GHD sit-ups right? It's not that hard. This is a GHD sit-up. You would think with all the attention from the media and from Hiller, the WFP, who is clearly competing with CrossFit. No, they're not competing. They're here for world peace and to bring health and wellness to everyone worldwide. They just scheduled all their events for the same time and started courting affiliates. They're working tirelessly towards exclusivity contracts. It's all for the better good. You would think that with the game season as their main competitor, they would want to take something that's been a negative and try to get it buttoned up. But instead, we're left with this. Some of the sandbag cleans look pretty suspect too. I saw some inconsistencies in the judging. And lastly, the live scoring. We have live scoring. Yes, that's awesome.
It's cool to see the effect that it's had on his training here.
Yeah, that's a poor font choice. Font, overlay, color. Well, hey, at least it's accurate. Look, you got Colton Mertens in first going out on the run. Oh, wait, never mind. Anyway, moving on. Few positives on the way out. Da-de-do-da-day. Based on social media, which they get paid to post, it's part of their contract. The athletes look really happy with the experience.
I've seen him and his team work really hard.
So do washing machines.
Not as hard as you worked at your burpees.
It's so cool. It's so professional. And I think that's what's amazing about this is it is by athletes for athletes. They get it. They understand what we need. They understand what's annoying, and it's honestly so well ran. I cannot believe this is the first run because it is so professionalized already.
Okay, I'm happy for the athletes, and I'm happy for Brooke. I'm a fan of Brooke. Of course, they'll only be happy for as long as the WFP is able to continue doing this. And they're spending a whole lot of money.
Prestige worldwide.
For what they're bringing in.
It's a 1-year membership in the Jelly of the Month Club.
Based on what we saw in the stands. Another positive is that the field is absolutely fantastic. Look, it's the best of the best. We're getting to see Laura compete. We get to see Vellner, Chandler, Noah Olson.
Bad boys for life.
We getting old, Mike.
And it's still ultimately fun to see the best in the world go head to head. And additionally, there does seem to be some decent production value. Now look, it wasn't without its hiccups. I didn't think the broadcast was perfect. They were lacking some camera angles, but overall, not bad. And it really does seem, between the way they're treating the athletes and the Letterman's jackets, paying a developer for the embedded stream.
I think you've got a fine brain, Jack.
The lighting that hides the amount of people in the stands. People you've got in the broadcast booth. The amount they're paying the athletes. And the stream itself. Look, in the end, I'm watching because I want to see some friends compete. That means you have me. You got me with the athletes. I love CrossFit and I love watching people compete, even if you can't call it CrossFit. This is your chance to get people like me, even if we don't completely trust you.
Think of my children.
You don't have any children.
You can still get me to watch. And there's a lot of things that I really thought sucked. Day 2, tour stop number 2, it's a brand new day. Day 1 was a train wreck. 2 out of 10. That's it for now, folks. Wait, you can't leave yet. You forgot something big. They're missing the 5th-ranked athlete in the entire world, Cale Lehman.
And he does wall balls, he does them on a tree.